Guys, welcome to Mala's Verse. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you have been here before. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. And today we are going to do a reading on why your uniqueness is a gift or how your uniqueness is a gift. And as usual, we have three piles to choose from. The first one is the unseen with 27. The second pile is the deer with number 52. And the third pile is father with the number 2. So take a few deep breaths, breathing out through your mouth, relaxing your body, and letting your awareness guide you to whichever pile you are drawn to. You are more than welcome to choose one or more piles or one or more groups. I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the unseen card with the number 27 here, this is your reading. And these cards here represent what or how your uniqueness is a gift in your conscious ways, the way you are, moving about in life consciously. And these cards here represent how your uniqueness is a gift in subconscious ways, in your subconscious way of being. And we have 8 of cups, 9 of cups, and the 4 of wands, and we have 9 of pentacles as well, beneath which we have the fool card. And the first thing that came to me while looking at these cards was that you are, it's unique in the sense that it's not something that a lot of people can do. You are a person who would walk away from what is not true for you, even if it took you years to build that thing. It is an arduous journey, it is a tiring journey, it is an exhausting one for sure. But and you may not take any pleasure in it, clearly, because even if you look at the expression of the moon here, it's almost side-eyed, but or closed. And even if it's side-eyed, it's like the eyes are looking downwards, so there's no pleasure in it, there is no joy in it. But it's like, yeah, I recognize this is the situation, so I need to walk away now. And because it's not going to create data, it's not going to give me the result or guide me to the pathway that will help me move beyond or surmount this change, this challenge. And and with the 9 of cups, I do perceive these to be like, these two cards to be telling a story, and these two together. And it is very clear, people may not expect, or they are actually surprised by the unique way you live your life, and especially in overcoming challenges, which is that you face it head on. And it actually brings you joy, it brings you wish fulfillment, it brings you, even with the 9 of pentacles, what you would like materially as well, which is something that people find unique about you. Because let's face it, a lot of people in the society don't want to face issues head on. And it reminds me of a reel I had seen on Instagram, of course. And this was about, someone was talking about how it was about facing challenges and how it happens for bulls. Do correct me if I'm wrong. So when a tornado or a cyclone comes in, the bulls are not running away from it, but they aim for the center of it, because they know facing it head on and moving past the central point of the cyclone is the quickest way to get relief from it. And that is your mentality. And especially with the way these, or not with the way, the cards that have come up are cups, right, and wands. The result that people see is probably in your physical life, in your material life, but what you do or the process that you go through is very emotional. They can see that you've been, because walking away from what is familiar is not at all easy, or comfortable, rather, I would say comfortable. And it can trigger a lot of emotions, it can trigger a lot of grief, sadness, anguish, pain, whatever you may have. And people are probably surprised by the unique way it plays out for you, because you are able to find joy within yourself, find ease within yourself. And interestingly enough, with the Four of Wands, even though this is, and it is a card of celebration, but it's reminding me of the victory lap, that phrase. So there are people around you who cheer you for it, for these changes. And if it's not physically people, it clearly is, inclusive of people that have passed on, your ancestors, your spirit guides. You perceive the joy, the abundance, the fruit that these results bear for you, and you are able to receive it, enjoy it. And most of it could be in the way your energy flow is, which is more creative, more joyous. And with the Pentacles card, it clearly could be showing up in your physical reality. Like, people might find it actually quite surprising the way you overcome challenges, especially emotional challenges, the confusions, the doubts, the um, you know, and layers. And by layer, I am saying LAIR, so the devil's lair. Things like that, which get created in everyone's life in some way, shape, or form. The way you move away from it, and you look tired doing it, you look sad doing it, so people might presume that you are exhausted, because we do have 10 of swords here. I'm not saying you have not experienced 10 of swords, probably you actually have experienced 10 of swords, and we'll get to the subconscious part of it, because it does tie up here. But the Ten of Swords energy, where it's betrayal, where it's exhaustion, it is giving up. That is what people might feel, but what they don't recognize, or what they are almost bowled over by, is how you receive fulfillment of a lot of wishes, and especially the way your energy gets cleared emotionally, and how that becomes congruent to creating more confidence in yourself. Like, when you are doing this work, you might look like someone who has given up, someone who has no story to tell, who is not the main character. But people are definitely surprised by this uniqueness, that um the uniqueness of the way, sorry, people are definitely surprised by the uniqueness you show in ways you overcome, especially emotional turmoil and emotional challenges. And of course, those who are genuinely your well wishers, and I'm sure you know about them, they're certainly waiting for you at the end of your victory lap, wanting to celebrate with you. And as I said, it could also be ancestors and spirit guides. So that is how it is a gift for people. It's more like inspiration, and inspiration from unbinding yourself. Like, it is an inspiration for people, or it's a gift for people, in the way you unbind yourself from emotional bondages, emotional chains. Now, looking at how subconsciously your uniqueness is a gift, is that it kind of ties up with this one, and it makes sense. But with the 10 of swords at the bottom of the deck, it's like you know how it is to almost give up, not wanting to move forward, being betrayed, etc. So your subconscious way of being is, or the uniqueness is, the way you are benevolent towards others, and especially sorry, benevolent in the way that you bring ease to their minds. Pile number one, it's with the two of swords, it's like your subconscious way of being helps bring people clarity, helps them see what their intuition is guiding them towards. And you do it with, the way you present that energy is so benevolent, it's so benefactor like, and there is no pride in it, it's just natural to you. Like, how, because you know what it takes to be there, what it takes to have mental clarity, what it takes to have things flow to you, because you have got that mental clarity. And so you are, it's so, it comes very naturally to you to provide that for others, or at least to provide cues for others. Of course, you can't do it for anybody else, but providing those cues for others is very, very natural to you. And that is how your uniqueness is a gift, pile number one. And I keep on wanting to say pile number two, so maybe you have some messages there if you were drawn to it. And even with the magician card, it's like you are the magician, but in your subconscious ways. And yeah, people actually in your conscious ways might look at it as you being a powerful manifester, with the magician card being in your subconscious. But it's not, surprising, because you work through your emotions, you make it clear, and so your intention is clear, your vision about your target is quite clear, and that definitely helps. And with the magician card, as I was saying, this magician is like, okay, what can I do for you? What do you want? What can I whip up for you? That's the energy I'm receiving. And that is what, it ties up with the Six of Pentacles here. What can I do for you to have more clarity with this situation? You genuinely want to help people actualize, or at least have the clarity to actualize for themselves what they want. Like, you bring in, look at a situation from almost all perspectives to create clarity for them, for like people in your life, or whoever comes to you from for advice. Or if, naturally, if someone is discussing an issue with you, not necessarily looking for advice, you have the capacity, like it's very subconscious, as I said, for you to uniquely look at that entire situation from a broader perspective, and either provide solutions or be creative in terms of finding solutions for it. And that helps people a lot, which very well actually ties up to the unseen card, because this card is actually representing how your spirit guides find your uniqueness to be the gift. And with 27, I did want to say that some of you might be the age of 27, and 9 could be definitely a very strong number for you. So hermit energy is what I'm getting reminded of, and 9 is, so with the hermit energy, I'm getting reminded of Virgo, the month September. And excuse me, 9 is also completion. So some of you must be nearing a completion cycle of a certain phase in your life. But with the unseen card, how the spirit realm or the spirit guides that you have see your uniqueness as a gift is that it literally says that unseen. You might underestimate how well tapped into the spiritual realm you are. You are able to pierce through the veil, so to speak, and see what the purpose of a certain phase of your life or lesson is, and help people, in some way, shape, or form, or by just living as an example. You inspire people to look at life in that way. And I'm also receiving that your uniqueness is a gift, in the sense that you are, the way you look at life clearly gives you insight on people's intention as well, be it of higher vibration or not. Like, regardless of any illusions created in front of you, you are able to see past those illusions, past those trickster energies, which is probably because you have that energy in yourself too, which is to alchemize different forms of energy, be it thought, emotion, material realm, or creativity, or the fire energy, the energy of spirit. The way you see life is coming from a place of a lot of love, and higher form of love, which seeps into, your confidence, your sense of security, your basically the unique way in which you view life is creating a lot of stability in you, more than you can imagine. And that is how your spirit guides look at your uniqueness as a gift for you and for those around you, because like I said, you lead by example, pile number 1. So pile number 1, that is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in future readings. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose the tear card, this is your reading. and quite powerful messages for this pile. We literally have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this row of cards here represents how your uniqueness is a gift in your conscious way of being, in the way you are in your day to day life, and you're aware of your actions and your thoughts. And this represents the the uniqueness that your wow, the gift that your uniqueness is in your subconscious ways of being, or how your subconscious beliefs, your belief system that are in your subconscious mind are very natural to you in any way, shape, or form, how that is a gift. And for both of them, we have Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is very interesting. Also, there was a relation between pile number one and two because I was receiving that intuitively. And literally, we have two of swords exactly where it was for pile number one. So if you were drawn to it, maybe there are certain messages for you there. Now, getting into your cards, we have King of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Empress. Very strong energies. And how your uniqueness is a gift in your conscious way of being is basically I was getting like certain scenarios which may or may not be true. So, like more than scenarios, actually, how it's being perceived, how your uniqueness is being perceived as a gift is that one, you are very good with time in the sense that you know how much time it takes for anything to grow, and you give yourself that time. You have that patience. Second, definitely your uniqueness is a gift in the sense that there's like a doubling down message here. People do find you attractive. There is a strong magnetism in your aura. People are really drawn to you. And yeah, the third one is you know how the devil works. You know about temptations. You may have actually overcome addictions, which must have been a very surprising thing for a lot of people, because these could be addictions that were deep rooted, that have been going on for decades. I'm getting, not just years. So, of course, apply if it is true for you or not in whatever shape or form. But with Knight of Pentacles also at the bottom of the deck, your uniqueness is a gift in the sense that you are really unique in the way you're patient. Pile number two, and people probably are extremely surprised by it because right now, today, the world we are in, people just have a goldfish, the attention span of a goldfish, and even shorter than that. But you are somebody who is so grounded, who is very patient, and who knows, how much time it takes for each and everything. Like, you are embodying this philosophy or this awareness that it takes a lot of time for the seed to germinate, and it just doesn't germinate on its own. You have to nourish it, you have to tend to it, you have to care for it, and you do that without any qualms, without any complaints, because you just know that's the natural flow of things. So, yeah, another thing that was coming up was very strongly that your connection to animals, to nature, might be very strong for this palace extreme, like heavy earth energy. We literally have earth and air, which is, they are opposing energies, but also like sister signs, not sister signs, no, sorry, but opposing energies, like yin. Yeah, one more thing is that your yin and yang energy, your divine masculine, divine feminine energy works quite harmoniously. There is no imbalance. There's a very balanced energy between the two. There's a symbiotic connection between those energies. It is not imbalanced, and that is how your uniqueness is a gift. Pile number two. You are unique in the way you look at challenges, and especially the way you look at coping mechanisms, you look at temptations, as I was mentioned, because that's coming on strongly. People, like everyone almost, gets in some way, shape, or form influenced by what is, being projected outside in the material world. But you can see through it. You can see through a lot of, that's what I said, like you can see how the devil works, you can see how addictions work, you can see how temptations work, you can see how people are probably even coping with things, be it work addiction or any other addiction, because work certainly is very strong with the King of Pentacles and the devil, and we have Knight of Pentacles too, very strong, like workaholic energy. And people might assume that you are a workaholic, but it's just that you are focused on your target and you will not let distractions win. And they can see it in your energy. I mean, after so much of work, they feel like you make it seem so easy. So I'm getting the word superflowers, so maybe I'll have to check it in the dictionary. But it's very, with the Empress, it's like you are, like I said, magnetism, you're bringing things to you. But what they are surprised by is that how are you so rested after working so on so many things? And for some of you, I do perceive people might not even know that you're working on so many things, to be honest. But they're certainly surprised by your uniqueness in the way that you are dedicated to the cause, and that you keep moving forward, albeit that the pace is very slow. And that is true in your subconscious too. But what people are also surprised by is actually the tactile energy that you have towards life, that you are very aware of anyone trying to play tricks on you, trying to butt heads with you, but in the sense that to distract you from your pathway, or from your vision, or even from the conversation of what you were saying. Now, the subconscious way, now, yeah, now the way your uniqueness is a gift in your subconscious or through your subconscious ways is Two of Swords, King of Swords, and the Devil. Right off the bat, one thing was very strongly coming through. You definitely connect to higher powers. And I was strongly getting Archangel Michael here. So maybe some of you do connect with Archangel Michael. And with Two of Swords and King of Swords, it's like, like you let your intuition guide you. You don't let people in energetically quite easily, because you know that many a times people have this deal and deliver energy with others, and you are able to see through that. You are able to clear that energy out, and that is how, and it's a subconscious way of being. So maybe your people might find you clearly and intimidating, and it's not, it may also come off as not being easily approachable. Whereas wherein others might perceive this as you being judgmental, whereas you are just being clear, in the sense that you are looking at the entire situation from a broader perspective. You are looking at, what does this person bring to the table? Is it actually going to create more positive energy for the both of us or not, for create greater for the future or not? And with the Devil card, as again being present in your subconscious, it's like you can see through crap. You can see through what is being relayed, and what the actual meaning is, or what is being shared upfront, and what the actual energy is behind it. You are very clear about it, and that is your uniqueness. And I perceive that, like I said, you are connected to Archangel Michael in some way, shape, or form, or a higher consciousness and light, or a light being. And they definitely guide you about the entire situation, and that is how your uniqueness is a gift. It's a fact that you are able to actualize so much materially, but the connection that you have with your ancestors, with God, source, whoever you believe in, or archangels, and how they are always guiding you. Definitely, like we have two crows here and one here, there's a lot of ancestral energy, to be honest. And it's a lot about protection and protecting from confusions and the illusions of life, and especially illusions get created by other people. And your uniqueness is in the sense that you are connected to these higher consciousness beings who guide you, and you take your time with it. You are not, there is no instant gratification energy for this file. Clearly, you take your time with it and you don't mind. And people are actually surprised by the fact that this is such a fast paced life. How are you? You're unique in the sense that you are patient. You are unique in the sense that you take time. You are unique in the sense that you let things grow. It doesn't matter how long it takes, because of course society has a lot of norms, that norms, or just ways of being that has been created as like level up, which is get educated, get a job, get married, have kids, and then just keep running, after money and create security in that sense. And I'm not saying that is negative, but when it's being done from a place of illusion, from a place of not having clarity, from a place of being hungry after fame or glamour, or how you are perceived by others, it distorts your life and your view on life, where that is where you are unique, because you have a lot of clarity about this. It's not that you don't require money or anything. I mean, literally, we have King of Pentacles and the Empress, but you do it in a very, very, very conscious way. Pile number two, and that is how your uniqueness is a gift. Wow, quite powerful, huh? Now, this card here, the tear, which is number 52, actually represents how your spirit guides, how your archangels, how your higher self sees your uniqueness as a gift. And with the tear, the first thing that came to my awareness was you see through crocodile tears, you see through the fake tears or fake sadness or sympathy that people might be wanting to tap into from you, so that you help them, because they can see how powerful you are, how magnetic you are, but you are able to see through the BS. You are able to see through the fact that this teary eye is just a facade around something that is very frozen, icy, and cold. And this tear or this facade is only actually looking for this emerald green color which is coming through, that jewel, that treasure, that's the only purpose of this tear being shown to you. That's a basically a lot of discernment for this pile, clearly, about people's intention, and especially people who wallow in, is wallow the right word? Let me just check quickly. Yeah, wallow in self pity or victim mentality, and then project that you are the only savior for them. But it's like you don't have judgments, but you look at it very clearly, and you are very discerning about that. And with the tear, there is definitely also another energy coming through, which is when you find yourself in darkness, when you find yourself lost, not being able to not being able to see what's the next step. You take counsel from God, you may pray, you may connect with your ancestors, you may connect with your archangels. Even, I mean, like, I think it's the way that you connect, because even if spirituality has become quite popular these days, to be honest, um, your dedication to this practice has been for years. And if you did not know about archangels or anything, in the beginning of your lifetime, you were definitely quite focused on connecting with God with just prayers. And that has always been, a uniqueness of yours, that has been a gift, because it's safeguarded you, it has protected you. It has protected you, I definitely feel like, physically as well, from a lot of things. From almost, I'm also getting the word theory, or things being stolen from you. You have been protected by that, as from that as well, because the unique way that you could connect with God, it's like you submerge yourself into their divinity, and it has always created more ease for you, more than even you realize. I perceive that a lot of things happen for this pile behind the scenes, like from the universe. A lot of good things are happening for you behind the scenes, more than you realize. Pile number two. So, pile number two, that is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do share, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as it helps the channel to grow. And I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye. Pile number three, if you chose the Father card, this is your energy, this is your reading. And we have these cards here representing how your uniqueness is a gift in conscious ways, and these cards representing how your uniqueness is a gift in the subconscious ways, as in how your subconscious is a unique gift to others. And we have 10 of pentacles, 6 of wands, and the 8 of wands. And quite strongly we had like number 9 show up, and even 10. So because we had 9 of pentacles, the hermit, and 9 of wands at the bottom of the deck. So strong energy of number 9. Some of you could be Virgo here, or definitely very strong earth energy. I'm also getting the energy of the planet Mercury somehow. And of course, with the Empress, there is a strong energy of strong Venusian energy, which is Taurus in Earth sign and Libra. With 10 of wands, 6 of, oh wow, 10 of pentacles, 6 of wands, and 8 of wands. The first thing that I was getting is, I wonder if you guys have seen memes on Instagram about dogs, and it's like, very cute dogs, or there's something funny or adorable happening in the meme. And the captions, not the captions, but like the thought forms that have been shown are, I protect, I attack, ATTACC or AC. That is the energy I was getting, like fierce loyalty, even though you might look very sweet, kind, and soft. And a lot of, I protect my tribe. I do not give a F about anybody else, a damn about anyone else. I protect those who I consider as my family. I always make sure if they have all the resources required, they have all things in place. And especially, I would say, like, even connecting with, maybe connecting with astrologers, tarot readers, etc., and asking them for the well-being of the family more than about yourself. I mean, I'm sure you could ask about yourself as well. That is definitely a possibility. I mean, this reading is about you. So, but then you do, search for whatever spiritual insights come through, or intuitive insights come through, to protect your family, to care for your family, and especially in terms of protecting resources that build the foundation of, a caring, a supported community or family. With 6 of wands, I mean, that is how your uniqueness plays out, because I feel like the uniqueness is in the sense that people might underestimate you, or just, overlook your capacities, especially your capacity to stand tall or stand firm on your beliefs and protect. Because you might, like I was saying, I protect, I attack, that meme is very it shows either a cat or a dog, which is very soft, cute, and extremely adorable looking. So your looks might feel like that, someone who's very adorable, someone who is not intimidating or not a threat actually. But that is the undoing of, those people who do not recognize that strength within you. Because we do have hermit here, and we had the hermit card here as well beneath 4 of swords. So very it's like your energy is nonchalant, in the way that there's nothing that is shown on your face about the disturbances or challenges you face, but it translates into the actions you take. Because whatever challenges you face, you are very strategic about how to win that. And people are often stunned by it because they don't expect it from you. Like, you wouldn't, basically nobody, or very few, extremely few people would be able to recognize what is in some way, shape, or form going on in your mind, because you are very quiet. Your energy externally might be very quiet. Someone who is very stoic in nature, but they don't recognize that it's a lot of planning, it's a lot of research, it's a lot of work put in to create the next step, the next, pathway, or next episode of your life. So that is how you're unique. If looks can be deceiving, that is what I'm receiving here. And not in a negative way, but more so like people underestimating you. It's like with the 8 of wands, what I'm receiving is that you're very good at handling, many things coming towards you or into your life all at once. You are unique in the way you juggle that. And it actually makes sense with how it's showing up subconsciously, like how your uniqueness is a gift in subconscious ways. And just a second before that, because I immediately got drawn to this child here who is holding on to the dog. the child, how it's, holding on to the dog. Maybe that's why the dog energy is coming from. Maybe some of you do actually have a pet dog or a four-legged, family member. It's like you see things, or you see, some of you might be very connected to spirit as well, or the other side or the other realm, because you might see things play out which others may see, which may go unnoticed by others. That's why I was getting, like, connection with astrologers, or tarotists, or anybody like that who gives advice, especially through divination or spiritual mediums. um, because I do perceive that you have seen spiritually work out in your life with, no explanation at all, and so you are a person who would seek that counsel so that you can move forward, and especially at a speed that people may not expect. With Nine of Wands, instead of feeling like a wounded warrior, which may be the case in the sense that you have learned a lot through life, different, and in the sense, of course, all of us do, but more so, like, you've learned a lot through challenges, and so you have gathered these various experiences, and so resources associated with those experiences which help you move forward. And this is, again, like I said, it's something people do not expect, and that is the way your uniqueness is a gift. Maybe you being underestimated is actually a gift, pile number three, in case you thought you are not intimidating enough. Because you getting underestimated by others gives you that window, gives you that space, gives you that energy to gather information that is required, and you make moves that are leaps and leaps ahead of those around you. And especially, I feel like, in terms of protecting the energy of your family, of people that you call home, of people that you call family, especially in that sense. And people eventually are just, they are in awe of, how did you do that? And it's interesting, the horse here is covered by this green cloth, and it feels like more than, how we look at, I think, sometimes when you look at celebratory, this thing, parades going on, and there is a uh, horse-headed being, or feet, I would say, like, because basically someone who's riding a horse, but it's just the face that is that of a horse, and beneath it is actually two three people carrying that dummy or something like that. So it's like, beneath that blanket there's a lot of, planning and strategy and elements and resources that is actually bringing the success which people will probably not get aware of. And that makes sense for the Four of Swords energy also here in the bottom deck, and the Hermit. A lot of your insights are spiritual, intuitive. A lot of your ways of how you may move in life is very spiritual, and people don't recognize that. And that is how your uniqueness is a gift, pile number three. It's the way that you seem innocent, or I don't even want to use the word innocent, but more so, like, people might consider you, sorry, to be naive and not aware of your surroundings, but you are way more aware of your surroundings, more than even the adults or those who consider themselves to be smarter or more experienced than you, to be honest. And that is how your uniqueness is a gift, because it helps you move forward in life faster than others recognize. How is your subconscious a gift? With that, we have the Empress, Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. And it's like, it's like cut the crap, because you can see through people's facade, their glamour is specifically something that I'm getting. And that's probably because you yourself have that Venusian energy, and you recognize when that Venusian energy is actually coming from a nurturing place and when it is a facade. So you subconsciously, like I said, you move through ways wherein you're able to move past that fake beauty. I know it's very harsh, but that's exactly what I'm seeing. Like, you are able to see through fake beauty, you are able to burn through those branches that create that illusion of beauty. Even, like, it's not necessarily royalty, but that energy that creates royalty for others, you're able to cut through those threads, through those creepers as plants that we see, which look very beautiful. You're able to cut through that and see that that is nothing substantial growing there, and you are able to bring clarity towards yourself, which gives you this a jump in your journey by heaps and bounds. There is a very brave energy, which is what people don't expect from you. Although you're talking about your uniqueness, and maybe that is your uniqueness, you seem so. I'm time and again losing the word, but it's like energetically there, which is what I want to use, and it's sort of synonymous to innocent, but actually seems so non-threatening, and that is what the undoing is for those around you, especially if there are people who are not your well wishers. That is their undoing, because they don't expect this from you. You are reminding me of a warrior queen. Jhansi ki Rani is she is a queen, warrior queen in Indian history, and she fights with her child also, takes a sword and fights enemies with her child as well. So, like I said, you're protecting those you care about, those who you care about, and you're simultaneously facing the world. And that's what, people underestimate that in some way, shape, or form. That is how you are unique, because your trust lies in something beyond the physical, and you are always I would say a lot cautious, well, conscious and cautious about people's intentions, and more so like what is that facade that they are creating? Is it even true, or is it just a thin layer of illusions, which is what these people might be using to manipulate or influence those around them, and more so like influencing their image of how they are perceived by others. Because you are aware of what genuine nurturing mothering Venusian energy is, you are able to combine, especially that warrior energy of a mother when it comes to protecting its children, and clarity of thought, because that's something that people may not expect from women. That's a taboo that has been stereotypically put on women, which is they are very emotional, but you are not influenced, I would say, by your emotions. You keep that in check. More than emotions, you do delve into your mental plane, and that's how you are subconsciously, and it plays out as a gift to others, because you are very good with tactics, with strategies, especially when dealing with people, and dealing with people who might want to, it's not just harm, like who might want to just connect with you, with your family. You are very wary of it, and it comes from a place of clarity. It's not fear based at all. Clarity driven by fire, your creative energy, insights from spirit. And with the father card being the card that represents how your spirit guides, archangel, source, God, higher self, whoever you believe in, how they perceive your uniqueness as a gift. And it's interesting that there's the father energy and we have the empress energy, which is the mother energy. And what I am receiving is that you are somebody who doesn't micromanage people. You will show the pathway the way you have done something, and you will let the other person figure out that pathway on their own, and that is how you're unique. Like, you don't impose your ideals, your beliefs, your learnings onto others, and that is how your uniqueness is a big gift. I mean, it's even if it's just this thing, your I was getting parents. Maybe some of you have your parents on the other side, but then your spirit guides, your archangels, they are certainly extremely proud of you for it. They definitely honor how you look at things logically, from both perspectives, from something that is nourishing and caring, and from something that is very blunt and clear in both ways, like something that is empathic and something that's very logical, very yes and no types. And your uniqueness there, the way you perceive everything and how you relay that information to others, especially to the people you care for. And this could be beyond family, this could be very well the community that you are a part of, and how you relay that information to those people is how your uniqueness is a big, big gift, pile number three. I do perceive that this clarity that you may, inspire within them with an idea, with a new possibility or perspective, gives people ideas to actualize monetary benefits also for themselves, and monetary benefits that are very clear cut and true to them, rather than being, influenced by 10,000 ways of making money, which we have an access to, in the world today. And so many of them are shams, and so many of them are, just lies. So you basically break through the wall of get rich quick scheme. So that kind of energy, like I said, that facade, you break through it, you bring that clarity to people. Simultaneously, you also bring the clarity of when there is rest required, when there is more mental ease needs to be created, when there's that requirement as well, which makes sense with the hermit also showing up. And that is how your uniqueness is being seen as a gift by your spirit guides, your archangels, your ancestors, and whoever you believe in is the higher power here, the creator here, pile number three. So, pile number three, thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do like, share, subscribe to the channel as it helps the channel to grow. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye.